Have you ever wondered what life was like for the average person in ancient Rome? Not the emperors or the gladiators, just someone like you or me. Let's find out. We will step back in time to a day in the life of Marcus, an ordinary Roman citizen, and see how much it compares to our world today. It's the year 150 AD and the Roman Empire is thriving. Marcus, a 35-year-old Roman citizen, wakes up to the faint light of dawn. He lives in a modest insula, which is basically a cramped apartment in the heart of the city. This isn't the lavish home of a senator or wealthy merchant. Marcus's apartment is small, and he shares it with his family. It's noisy, overcrowded, and sometimes a bit dangerous. Fires are common in these tightly packed buildings made of wood and brick. But it's home. Marcus's building is located in one of Rome's bustling neighborhoods. Around him, neighbors are already stirring. There's the sound of clanging pots, footsteps, and street vendors calling out to sell their goods. Like most Roman citizens, Marcus doesn't have much privacy, but there's always a sense of community in these tight quarters. After washing his face with cold water, Marcus prepares for the day. Breakfast, or ientaculum, is a simple affair. Maybe some bread and cheese, or if he's lucky, fruit. Most Romans don't eat heavy meals in the morning, saving the bigger meals for later in the day. Marcus, like many Romans, will head straight to work. What does Marcus do for a living? He's a potter, and today he's got a cart full of handmade pottery that he'll take to the Forum. The Forum is not only the political heart of the city, but also the commercial center, where everyday people like Marcus set up stalls to sell their goods. Walking through the narrow streets, Marcus passes bustling bakeries, blacksmiths hammering away, and children playing. The streets of Rome are lively, chaotic, and packed with people from all walks of life. Arriving at the Forum, Marcus finds his usual spot. The Forum is alive with the noise of merchants selling everything from fresh vegetables to imported spices. There are street performers, philosophers giving lectures, and Roman citizens discussing the latest news from the Senate. It's a noisy, vibrant place, and Marcus is just one of many trying to make a living. For Marcus, the hours pass quickly as he haggles with customers. Bargaining is part of the fun in the market, but it's also necessary to make a decent profit. Selling pottery might not be glamorous work, but it's essential to the city's economy. Ordinary citizens like Marcus keep the wheels of Rome turning. Around noon, it's time for prandium, a light midday meal. Marcus might grab a snack from a nearby food vendor, a piece of bread with olive oil, some salted fish, or figs. It's a simple, inexpensive meal, but it's enough to fuel him for the rest of the day. As he eats, Marcus overhears conversations around him. The Forum is not just for business. It's where people come to socialize, gossip, and even debate the latest happenings in Rome. He might hear about a recent gladiator match, the latest building project, or news from the empire's far-flung provinces. After finishing his work at the market, Marcus heads to one of Rome's public baths. Now, these baths aren't just places to get clean. They're a key part of Roman social life. For a small fee, anyone can use them, regardless of social class. Marcus strips down and enters the tepidarium to relax, then moves to the caldarium for a sweat, and finally ends in the frigidarium to cool off. But more than that, the baths are where Romans meet to catch up on the latest news, make deals, and discuss politics. For an ordinary citizen like Marcus, it's one of the few luxuries he can enjoy on a regular basis. Here, he might meet friends, talk about the challenges of the day, and even hear about the latest news from the Senate or the distant parts of the empire. As the day draws to a close, Marcus returns home. Dinner, or cena, is the main meal of the day. It's likely a simple stew, perhaps made from lentils or chickpeas, seasoned with herbs, and maybe, if he's had a good day at the market, a little meat. This time, Marcus sits with his family. They talk about their day, exchange stories, and enjoy the small comforts of life. Marcus doesn't have access to the grand feasts of the elite, but he's content. Life as an ordinary citizen in Rome is about community, hard work, and taking pleasure in the little things. He's not a senator or a general, but his role in the city is just as important. ordinary people like him are the backbone of Rome, helping to keep the vast empire running smoothly. And that's a day in the life of Marcus, an ordinary Roman citizen. Life in ancient Rome wasn't just about emperors and grand battles. It was also about the everyday experiences of people like Marcus, who worked hard, found joy in small moments, and played their part in making Rome the great empire we remember today. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.